Welcome to a new video. Sorry to be late. Today I'm gonna create an AWS Lambda with Terraform. Last week I've created a Lambda, the code for our Lambda to stop and start the ECS clusters in AWS. So now I'm gonna put this code in an AWS Lambda and run it in the mornings and at nights. So it can stop the clusters, the microservices clusters, to don't spend too much money at nights when there is nobody using the instances. So let's go straight to the point. I'm gonna create, I have my application from last week. No, it's not that one, but I'm gonna create another one. Live stream Terraform. Live stream Terraform. Okay. And I'm gonna create a project of Terraform in it. That's it. Now I have some files that I need. I have the provider. This means that I connect my AWS account to Terraform. What does this file looks like? Let's pick another one that I have somewhere else. I'm gonna go from another screen. Provider here. What does this file look like? Cat provider. Okay, it takes my AWS account, my AWS profile, the region, the AWS provider, and I think that's all. It's good enough. What other files do I need? I'm gonna create just one more. Touch main Terraform. This one, I'm gonna open it here. YouTube main. Okay, it's empty. I'm gonna zoom a little bit. This one is the one that has the logic to create the AWS Lambda. Where this way? Okay, so what do I put inside? Let's start by searching at Google. Terraform AWS Lambda. Oh, yeah, here it is. AWS Lambda. So let's scroll down. I need a role. I need to create a file. And here is the function. Let's first go to my AWS account. I'm on the other screen, just to log in. Username. Oh, the captcha. Password. And I need my double authentication factor. Let's go. Quick, take my phone. That's the problems of the live. So, okay, that's it. I'm logged into my AWS account. Let's see what it does like, and I'm gonna go to the Lambda. Here I have some other lambdas but what I want is create, where is my screen? This one. Okay, let's start by creating only this one, and let's see what does it looks like. Test lambda, what I'm gonna call it stop start lambda. This is the resource I want to create, which is an AWS Lambda function, and this is the name of the resource, the name into Terraform. So it takes a file, a zip file like that, stop start function, zip, the function name of the Lambda. So let's watch the documentation. The function name is let's see the descriptions, unique name for the Lambda. So stop and start. The role I am for Lambda, I'm gonna call it stop start IAM. And the handler, what was the one I've used last week? Let's open my PyCharm. I hope I have it somewhere. I have it, I don't have it. Okay, let's go back here. Stop start job. So it's into job, and inside job I have already in job I have the main file, or I call this one. So into job I call stop and start. The source, it takes an archive file. Okay, the runtime, no, it's not Node.js, it's Python. It's what? Runtime. So runtime, no runtime. See all the values runtimes. Runtime, what are they? Code, no. I want Python runtimes. Okay, what is the version of Python I've used? Cat project, it's 3.13. So Python 3.9.39, no more, 3.10. Okay, Python 3.13, here it is. Up 3.13, environment variables, not for the moment. Okay, so, and now I need the role and the archive file. Let's go back to Firefox. Here it is. At the beginning I had an example, so the archive file. The archive file, start lambda. I can repeat the same name because it's another resource, so I can't repeat start lambda into another archive file, but I can have stop and start lambda for different resources. Here, why it does use it's a JS source file. Okay, it archives that archive. It creates the zip file. No, I don't want to create a zip file. I already have it. Can I use just file name? What is file name? It's passed to a function deployment package within the local. Okay, so I just have to create this one. Is the source code hash necessary or optional? So I can remove it. and I need to create this function. How do I create this function? Here it is, my code. So let's see the comments. First, I am using port 3, but I need to configure port 3 to use a local virtual environment in project. True. This means that it will create the virtual environment locally. Port 3 install creating. Where does it create? Here it is. Now I've installed everything and I go into the virtual environment, the library, Python, and the site packages. Here are all the dependencies, and here I create the zip file, which is start function zip with all the folders. Let's see, stop that function. I come back and I take the file vm lib python site packages start and move it here, and now I update with what? Stop and start with all what's into the job folder. Okay, is there another file? No, that's all. And now let's go back to my YouTube live stream. Terraform, yes, and move. First, so stop start function zip here it is. So that's the name I've used. Let's see. No, here. Yes, that's the name. So I continue. If the file is not in the current working directory, you must need to include a path module file. No, it's in the current working directory. Now what do I need? Oh, I don't pay now. The role. Let's create a role for that. Let's go to my Firefox. How did he create the role? Policy document and role. I copy both. I am role for the Lambda. How do I call it? Start Lambda. Okay. Name stop AM. Is it possible to use the requirements txt instead of zip? The library is inside the package. I'm not sure, because the Lambda is completely it has no dependency, so I have to include all the external dependencies. In my case, no, I am in the project. In my case, which was Boto 3, but I need to, well, maybe Boto 3 is included in the Lambda, but you need to include all the dependencies in the zip file. The requirements txt is not just it defines the needed dependencies. Even in Java, you have to build a special jar file which contains all the dependencies. The regular jar file is not enough. So let's continue. I assume I create the IAM for the Lambda, and I assign a new role to the Lambda service. Assign role Lambda, just change the name, assume role Lambda, and that's it. I think it's all. Let's come back here. I have my main file, I have the function and the provider. Terraform apply inconsistent dependency log file form init. I've already initialized. Yeah, but they didn't have the provider, so I need to first initialize with the provider, and now Terraform apply. If I spell it correctly, it's better. And now it will check the main.tf file and see what's the difference with the AWS platform. So it tells me that it will only create something. It will create the role, the IAM role, and the Lambda. Nothing more, because it took for the first statement, it's not a resource but a data, so it includes the data inside the role. You can see it over there, and I've said apply, and it waits. Yes, only yes, it's accepted. So let's create it. Creating. Created 2 resources. Let's go back to my AWS account. Where it is. Okay, I have some 6 functions, and now 7. Here it is. Stop and start. And if I go to the IAM, I hope not to show some confidential data. Another user, another role. Stop and start. Here it is. Good. So the previous role has all the permissions for this Lambda, and here I have my Lambda. Stop and start, all the dependencies, and where is the job folder? Here it is, with the init and okay, I don't know. Here it is. Script. Stop and start. This is what I want. Oh, I can remove this one because now the last week I used my session profile, my profile name, but in production I don't need this. I can go directly with the profile of the Lambda. So how can Boto3 authentication? Classical authentication Boto3 is no, not the clients. Are they mandatory? Boto3 authentication inside AWS service. To specific credentials when connecting to Boto3 F3. No, I don't want the session. Maybe those are not mandatory. Passing credentials environment. Yes, I have the environment variables, so I think only Boto3 client is enough. Where am I? If I go to job, okay, script client should be enough. And now I have to compile all again. So cd vm lib python set packages zip move zip ur, and now YouTube live stream Terraform and copy. Here it is. No, not the provider. I've moved it. Yes, move. Okay. But I think I can update it just here. Code upload from zip file, so I can upload it from my zip file, YouTube, Terraform, zip, save. Okay, what's the next step? I want to test it. I want to test it. Yes. Okay, updated. If I go to script, I can refresh. Script. Okay, client. So test. What does it do? It stopped. It didn't start. So create a new event. I don't care about all of this, and test. Testing function. Okay. Stop and start missing a module job. Great, because it's not job stop and start, but job script stop and start. You know what? Versus stop and start inside the job packaging, inside the script I have the method stop and start. So I have job.script.stop and start. Let's go. Here, here, job.script.stop and start. And now I've edited my Terraform file. Let's apply again all the differences, but as the Lambda is already created, what it will do is update in place. It says, okay, I updated the resource stop and start, and I see that only the handler was changed from job to job to script. Again, only yes is accepted. It updates the Lambda, and I hope it works. Yes, okay. Let's see here. What is the configuration? The destinations? No. General configuration? No. What it is, this information? Okay, here. Runtime. Job.stop and start. But if I refresh, tell me if I go too fast. Script. Okay. And now test. Logs. Stop and start takes 0 positional arguments, but 2 were given. Okay. Event and Lambda context. Okay, let's open the project in PyCharm because it's easier than in the terminal. Trust my project, yes. Here it is. Show presentation mode. Okay, project. So I have the script that I edited here. Just event, and what was the other one? Context. Okay, from the main I don't need none of them, and that's it. So let's go back to the terminal. Let's open another tab. Zoom. So cursor stop and start, and now again, do I have the history? No, I don't have the history. Zip this one, zip this one. Fuck. Stop and start. Okay, so I have this first zip function, which is to run into my virtual environment. Lib Python site packages. Go back, and this one to update with the job folder. And now I come here, move from a personal folder to here. That's it. And if I come to apply, no, nothing changed because it doesn't detect the hash value of the zip file. So I have to go to the Lambda function and update it manually. Upload the zip file, save. And that's it, maybe, yes. Now, test. Error. Okay. Session client is missing service name, of course. Why? Client, I have the client, and then I have 2 times. Oh, yes, but it's not the client now. Here I create a session. I created before a session, and here in the session I created a client. But in fact, I have to do it this way. Let's go back. vm lib python site packages zip move the zip move vm lib. I didn't copy all the dependencies before, is it? Here and zip update. And now I move here just to have it next to my Terraform project and upload it over there. Upload, stop and start function, and save. Updating. Done. This function code has been updated and deployed in another editor. Okay, I don't care. The goal now is just to test. Okay, take more time, 3 seconds. Access denied to stop and start is not authorized to auto-scaling describe because my created role has only the access to the Lambda service. I have to add more roles to my I have to add more permissions to my role. How do I do it? Inside my allow statement, maybe I can add assume role lambda. How do I add more roles? Let's see. Terraform add permissions to AAIAM. How do I move permissions to the policy? Let's go to the response, to the answer, the role, execution role policy. I specify the role, the name, and I specify you can attach an existing policy. No, I want to create a new policy. So I have to create a new policy. Document. Let's go back here. Assume role lambda, auto scaling, admin, actions, principal. No, I don't care about that now. What is the role? Where is my lambda? What do I need? This one, auto scaling, describe actions. In fact, auto scaling, I need all, because I need to describe, to list, to stop, to start. So all the actions. and I have resources. So as I need the resources, let's put it below, and resources, the Lambda function, stop and start Lambda. No. Which resources do I need? Which resources? On all the resources. Yes. And now what? I attach a new permission. I attach a new policy to the existing role. So auto scaling policy, my ECS secret policy auto. So I just repeat the name to which role. This one, the ID and the data, the policy, the name of the policy, and it takes the JSON. Let's Terraform apply, and now it creates a new policy. I hope it will attach it. No, it doesn't attach it. Put role policy autoscale operation error, malformed policy, must contain almost resource, of course. What is the example? Okay, resources. Here. What's the name of the resources? Into the auto scaling groups. Let's go here. Auto scaling. Get started. I don't want to create just one now. AWS RN auto scaling. Just what's the string format? Auto scaling resource tag. No, that's the resources guide. ARN learning. No. Don't have. Oh, here it is. Partition. What is partition? Just put all and test it. Yes. Okay, now it's working. Let's see my role if they have. Meanwhile, I can run again. What are the roles? Stop and start. Here it is. Policy. Auto scaling. It allows everything. And now, oh, it's successfully executed. But as I have no auto scaling grips, it has no effect. But I have the Lambda created. I have the Terraform script to upload the Lambda. Now what I need is when I update my Lambda, my code in Python, I want to I want to update it automatically into the Lambda. So I need some CI/CD actions. As my project is stored in GitHub Actions, next week I'm gonna create the script to update this project into the Lambda automatically. And that's all for today. Thank you for following me. Thank you for being there another day. Bye. And subscribe to my channel.